Hey, what's going on? How you doing there? Here are a couple pictures of rockers that I've met over the last bunch of years. October of 2013, I'm out in Las Vegas, just out there being in Las Vegas. And I'm in my second favorite place on the Strip, Mandalay Bay, but I'm in my favorite place in all of Las Vegas. Now it's Rhythm and Riffs. It's a lounge, but it used to be, at the time of this picture, Hellyeah. I'm there, and all of a sudden, I'm just kind of scanning the horizon, and who do I see? A bunch of guys, a band, one of which was fucking Vinnie Paul. Fuck! So there I am. Oh yeah, so this is embarrassing for me, because there's a fucking short-haired, dork-looking concrete spew. There's a time in my life, a very brief period of time, when I had short hair. But there's Vinnie, man. And I think looking back, he was with the guys from Hellyeah. I think that Tom Maxwell was one of them. I never really followed Hellyeah all that closely, but there was Vinnie, and fuck, man, he was just as much of he was everything that you'd imagine him to be like. You know, many rock stars are like that. Maybe I'm just saying that because I'm not, because I'm a fan, and so when I see somebody that's big and huge, it's like, fuck, that type of thing. Yeah, dude, it was cool. I can't really remember a ton about the exchange itself. It's been like that with a lot of a lot of these people, because again, it's a big fucking it's a blur, it's a big white flash. That's the way I describe it, It's a big white flash. Vinnie Paul, man, it was cool. I talked to him for, I don't know, maybe it was 30 seconds, maybe it was a minute, maybe it was less. But I do remember telling him, man, fucking just, God bless you and Dime, man. I said something to him, something nice about Dime, and he was cool, man. He was cool. He was thankful. God bless him, man. Vinnie Paul. All right, next up. Let's stay on the Pantera train, shall we? October again, this time 2016, at the Rock and Shock Festival in Worcester, Massachusetts. Fucking A, dude. Philip H. and fucking Selmo. Fuck. Wow, dude. Fucking A, man. Look at that, man. Look at Phil. Fuck. That was something else, man. He was a featured guest. Yeah, he had a table. Anybody could go up and meet him. And I went that day, and I was very nervous because I got there pretty late, and I was really pushing the clock by that point. It was like, oh fuck, man, I hope he's still there. By the time I laid eyes on him, a lot of people had cleared out, but there was Phil. And let me just say this, right? I have never in my life, in that picture you can see the iPad there. I think that's a Twisted Tea maybe too. I have never seen someone watch a football game as just intensely as he was watching the Saints that day. Jesus Christ, man. So right out of the gate, I felt nervous about approaching him because I'm like, oh shit, he's watching his team. So I just kind of crept up there. And I think he could kind of feel somebody's presence. So he looked up and I was like, Phil. Phil. Yeah, I think he said, what's up, brother? he said that, right? And I knew that his heart was still in the game, but he broke himself away from it for a second to say, what's up, brother? Or how you doing, brother? And I was like, Phil, can I get a picture with you real quick? Sure, brother. Oh man, you want to talk about just what the fuck is going on right now? You know those moments when something really intense is going on? I've heard this is sort of when people have nervous breakdowns, they everything goes quiet, you sort of lose your sense of hearing. It's kind of like that. When I knew that I was about to take a picture with Phil ANSELMO, it was sort of like that. It's kind of oh. It's like that, man. And Kate was there with them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure looking back, I didn't know who she was at the time, but it was Kate. So, she knew what was going on. All right, this kid wants a picture of Phil. I give her my phone, and yeah, man, and I there it is. That's what you see. And I thanked him. I did, and I meant it too. I fucking thanked him. I said, Phil, thanks for everything. I said, you have been there with me at so many points in my life. And it's true, you know how it is. You know how it is, man. Somebody's like the soundtrack to a lot of your life, you know? And he said, oh yeah, that's what I remember. I said, like, thanks, Phil. Like, you've been there a lot with me. And he said, for what, brother? He might have meant that too, you know what I mean? He could be the type that's just so damn humble that, you know, he meant that, like, for what? But fucking A, dude. Phil Anselmo, man. Oh, and you know what? I guess technically speaking, that wasn't really the first time I met him, because go back just about 20 years. Harpo's April, I think. April or May. April, I think it was April 2002 on the Down tour. It was one of those performances where, like he said, you know, our stage is your stage. You want to come up here? Come right on up. So I did, man. Some, you know, 19-year-old nerd me. It's like, fucking A, yeah, I'm going up there. I'm going up there. You know what I did? Fucking just made my way to the crowd, jumped up on stage. There's Phil. And I remember it. I can still see that vividly, you know? Kind of like, and he was, you know, he's like sweat and everything. I think it was after Ghosts Along the Mississippi. Maybe it was right before that. And I remember I wanted to see Jimmy too, but I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, I was just like, what? Like, run all the way back there or something. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. At that point, I got nervous, you know? But it's okay, though, because I met him, 19 years later? Yeah, Psycho 21. Met him there and somewhere. I don't know, he's walking around. Yeah, man, fuck, that was something else. All right, moving on. We lost this next performer just this year, and that sucks. That absolutely sucks. Because this picture is me, my buddy Chris, and Steve fucking GRIMMETT, Grim Reaper, man. Damn, dude, damn. I once said, when there wasn't a whole lot going on with Grim Reaper, like, I think it was probably like, yeah, 15 or so years ago, I was like, if Grim Reaper ever reforms anywhere in England, I'm like, I am on that first plane out there. I'm going to that. Fuck, man. And I didn't have to, because Grim Reaper came to my town, Manchester, New Hampshire, Jewel nightclub. Rest in peace, Tori. Rest in peace, Tori. Good girl. She worked there. And there he was, man. Grim Reaper tore it up. And I said to him, I was like, Steve, I'm like, listen, I'm like, you know, they called Bruce the air raid, but I'm like, I don't know, man. He appreciated that. He appreciated that. Bruce Dickinson. He really did. What a nice guy, man. What a nice guy. Felt bad for him. Like, before their set, there were a bunch of different guys, like, you know, he's in the wheelchair, and they like, fucking, it was a big effort to get him up on stage. It was a pretty high stage, but yeah, dude. Nice guy, man. Cheerful, grateful, happy that, you know, people were going up to him to meet him. God bless him, man. Fuck, dude. That was a long set they played. They played a lot of songs. Yeah. Grim Reaper, man. Fucking A. Steve GRIMMETT, rest in peace. This is right there. That is on the left. A crying in tears Joe meeting Steven Adler. Jesus Christ, man. All right, let me say this much, right? In 2000, I think that was 2019. He came to someplace in Massachusetts, and there was you could do like a meet and greet. And I'm like, yeah, man, that'd be cool to meet Adler. Now, again, Guns N' Roses, dude. At my age now, my favorite bands, they're all kind of on the same, like, they're all pretty much equal to each other, but Guns N' Roses was my first. And they're still number one, as is Kiss, as is Pantera, as is Maiden. Couple others too, but I was like, yeah, all right. And this is what was like really unique about this, right? I don't know if I realized how big that moment was gonna be leading up to it. Yeah, I was excited to see Adler, like his band. I was excited to meet him, of course I was, but not until I got in the room, dude. I'm almost like getting kind of misty-eyed thinking about it right now, man. The way it worked out was like you went upstairs in this venue and you were, you know, there's a whole bunch of other people there, and then, you know, you waited for Steve to get there. It wasn't a long wait, but all of a sudden the door opens. Fuck, dude, there's one of your childhood heroes right there. Like, he comes in and he's electric, dude. He's full of electricity, and he's happy. He sees everybody, and he's, you know, he's all arms, as you can see. Everybody got a hug there. But I don't know, man. I think that, like, he, you know, if I knew what was going through his head, what at least would have been going through my head if like I approached me, if I was Steven, I probably would have thought something like, this guy needs a hug. And yeah, I got one, dude, and it was, that was another one. Oh, you know what, this was fucking cool. Let me say this much, right? This was fucking cool. You know what he said to me? He said this. I didn't hear him say this to anybody else. He could have, but he said this to me. He goes, hey, rocker. Do you know how good and validating and just like out of this world to hear a rocker, a legend, just fucking, you know, Steven Adler, looking at me and saying, hey, rocker? I'm like, what? I'm a rocker? Really? Like, you really mean that? You know? I didn't say that. But yeah, man, that was surreal, man. That was something else, dude. Steven Adler from GNR. All right, moving on. April of this year, as a matter of fact, the 20th of April, 4/20, out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, there is Matt Pike, the Matt Pike of Sleep, of High on Fire, of The Automation, and, you know, probably some other projects. But, man, like, I didn't think I was gonna meet him, but I wanted to, right? I wanted to. I don't live anywhere near Albuquerque, but when I found out Sleep was playing, I'm like, fuck, I love Sleep, and it's on 4/20. Shit, man. Like, yeah, fucking, let's go, dude. Let's go. I buy a plane ticket, I go out there, and they blew me away, blew my face off. And so I'm outside the venue after that. I wasn't even like waiting for an Uber. I think I was just standing around, kind of taking in, like, just like saying to myself, wow, man, I'm really glad I'm going to shows again. I love this. I love, you know, what I just saw. I love this environment. I love all this shit, you know? The sights, the smells. That's from Spinal Tap. And I got that. And I got more. Much more. It's from Tap. So yeah, I'm just waiting around, standing there, doing nothing, looking like an idiot. And this guy busts through the door, he comes outside, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, that's Matt Pike. Shit. And I'm looking around at like other people expecting they're gonna be like, Matt, you know, whatever. None of them did that. I don't know if they didn't see him. Maybe they didn't think maybe they didn't think he's that cool or something. Like, I don't know. So he's walking, I'm like, Matt. And he looks at me, he's like, hey, I'm like, oh, my. Hey, Matt, can I get a picture? And he's like, yeah, but make it quick and don't make a scene. He was cool about it. He meant it in a cool way. He was nice. But he was trying to get out of there, right? And then you got some fucking asshole. Hey, Matt, can I get a picture? And like, look at him. He's smiling. He's right about to smoke a butt. And he was cool, man. He was gracious, you know? What a cool guy. What a cool guy. Matt, thanks for that picture, man. Thanks for that picture. All right, moving on. Okay. There are two more pictures, right? The next one, I don't. So there's one that's missing. So in its place here, not a musician, but Eddie Trunk. That was fucking cool meeting Eddie Trunk, man. That was out in April, it was 2016, when Guns played the first arena show back with Slash and Duff. And I tell you this much, man. The reunion, if you want to call it that. I don't call it a reunion, but the first show was supposed to be Coachella, right? I'm like, fuck, man, I would love to go to that, but I just can't swing it. Because I think you had to buy the whole weekend pass or something. I didn't have the time, right? It's like, fuck. However, not too long after they announced that show, another show that would be going on before Coachella, so I guess that would not be the debut of the new GNR, was in Vegas. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm like, I can make that show. Hell yeah. Bought the ticket with no hesitation. God damn right, man. I'm gonna see the first GNR show back with Slash and Duff all together in years. Yeah, dude. Yeah, fucking A, man. I can make that. I maxed out my credit card at the time buying that ticket. Maxed it out. It was worth it, though. It was worth it. The thing that chaps my ass about this show, though, about that show, was that they did the secret kind of like, you know, the show the night before, the Troubadour. Was it the night before? Yeah, at the Troubadour. So like, oh, fuck, man. So technically speaking, I guess I didn't see the first, you know, show back. But it was the first arena show, and it was the first time they played Coma in forever. So anyway, Eddie Trunk was there. Everybody was there. Oh, you know what? You know who else was there? I'll say this much, right? Okay, so I was flying back the next day, and I had heard that I wanted to meet Axl. Of course I did. I never have. Maybe someday I'll be lucky enough to. But I had heard that he stays at Four Seasons, right? So I make my way over there. I go to the bar, right? I'm hanging out at the bar. I order a virgin mojito. There's a part in Duff's book where he talks about he and Axl like hanging out in the more recent years, and out of respect for Duff's sobriety, I think they're on like a boat making their way to the gig in England or something. The first time that Duff was back on stage with them in forever. And out of respect for Duff's sobriety, Axl orders a virgin mojito. I don't really drink that much either. Oh, I forgot to say something about the Vinnie Paul thing. Maybe I'll have to I'll come back to that and I'll put it in the Vinnie Paul thing. So I'm there and like all of a sudden this like at Four Seasons, the way there's like a staircase by the bar, or at least it was like that at the time. And this some rocker comes walking down the stairs, and I'm wearing what I'm wearing in that picture with Eddie, and this guy, he's looking at me, and I know what he's thinking. He's looking at me thinking, oh shit, this kid's gonna come up to me and everything. But I didn't know who he was, so I felt bad, right? I felt bad because I'm like, fuck, I know that's somebody. I've seen his face before, but I don't know who that is. So come to find out afterwards, it was Chris Adler, another Adler drummer. It was Chris Adler from Lamb of God. I don't really follow them. I never have. But yeah, it was him. And because then I was like, oh fuck. I saw pictures. I'm like, oh shit, that's who that was. So he was in town. Maybe he was there for the show or something. I'm not really sure. Wouldn't it be something if I cross paths with that guy someday, or he sees this video and he's like, no, I wasn't at that show. I wasn't anywhere near Las Vegas that weekend. That would be something else. All right, the final tale I have here, because I don't have the picture, is but it's still worth a tale though. Is all right. Why I don't have this? How this slipped my how I lost this. I don't know. It fucking boggles my mind. Right? It's out there somewhere. I'll find it someday. I have emailed John Astronomy about this a bunch of times, and he's never gotten back to me, being like, John, where are the pictures from? Anyway, once again, it's Rock and Shock. It's 2010, and you could do the meet and greet thing. Fucking Ace fucking Frehley, man. Jesus Christ, dude. That was another one of those just, fuck, man. That was something else, man. That was another one of those just, I can't put it into words. It was a big white flash. It was a blur. This is what I remember, okay? So I'm in line and I see Ace, and all of a sudden that's when the ice happens. Joe freezes up, right? It's like, oh, fuck, right? So it's my turn to meet him, and I hear Ace say this. He's looking at me, and I hear him go, can I get a little bit of security on this side? How funny is that, man? He thought there was some kind of fucking unhinged whack job, in his presence. And call me crazy, call me insane. You say that much. 'Cause nothing matters when it's got fame, 'cause nothing matters. Yeah, man, I don't remember a ton about that exchange because again, I was starstruck on my ass. And that was something else, man. Fucking Ace Frehley, dude. Man. That's what I took. That's my memories of meeting Ace. He was nice. He was cool, like all the rest of them. But there's not a ton I can remember because it was just such a blur. It was such an explosion of, wow, what the fuck? But he was cool, though. I remember that much. I think usually if you meet somebody and they're a dickhead, you'll remember that. You'll take that with you. But it was nothing like that, though. Ace was nothing but class, man. He was cool. All right, well, fucking A. If you met any of these people, if you met your hero, yeah, let me know, man. Tell me about it, because I love hearing about that kind of shit. All right, yeah, stay metal. Oh, fuck, I gotta get to that other thing, right? So, all right, so this part right here is spliced in because I forgot this midway through the video. Similar to meeting Vinnie Paul. So that was in 2013. And then fast forward a couple years, 2017, once again, I'm hanging out in Mandalay Bay. I'm at the House of Blues, not the venue, but like the bar inside there. And let me tell you this much, I'm in rare form that night, okay? I don't really drink, but that night I did, all right? I was drinking a lot of Long Island iced teas. And they had like live band karaoke. And fucking, I get up there and do We're Not Gonna Take It. And I found out after the fact that one of the guys in the like band was, fuck man, he's in Hellyeah. He was in Hellyeah. Fucking A, dude, I can't remember his name. Didn't know it at the time. Maybe, so, you know, maybe I had met him before that too, but yeah, I didn't realize that till afterward. I read that like he does the open mic night live karaoke thing, and I was like, oh shit, so I pull him up on the Google, and I look at the video, and yeah, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's right, there he was. It's cool, man. So, all right, well, yeah. If you like the video, maybe you'll give it a like. If you like hearing somebody bullshit about metal, man, cool. Fucking hit the subscribe button. All right.